You're looking for a side hustle that can make you some extra money in 2026. And for me, one of the best side hustles is the digital marketing space. The digital marketing space can be summed up by many of things, but the main points that I like to take from it is: one, you can do it from anywhere in the world. Two, you don't have to wait for a product to get shipped to you. And three, it's easy to duplicate. The setup process is quick. In the actual system that I've been using, we went a step further and literally made the page for you, the website for you, made the follow-up series for you, and the product's already hosted and ready to go. There's many different pieces of rejection on why people don't join anything with making money on the internet. To me, some of the main things are looking silly to their friends and family, meaning they don't want to look like they've joined a scam, or they don't want to do anything out the normal that everyone's going to say, what is that? Because they have social anxiety and they care about what people think. Next, you think it's going to cost you so much money. Things are going to cost you hundreds and thousands of dollars to do these things. You just don't know. The best thing I can say for that is there's many products priced in many different ways. Go find it out, just like you go find out everything else you buy every day. And don't let anxiety stop you from something that you don't even know what it is. And the main thing, in my opinion, outside of the scam talk that a lot of people have in their mind, is how am I going to sell these things on the internet? I feel like that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing I've been diving into for years. And it's not for myself to say. I'm smooth at talking. I don't script anything like most of these people do with these YouTube videos. I can just make millions of pieces of content in one day and have it going out for months. But I do it for you guys, because the biggest thing that I see that happens with a lot of people you see that make a lot of money is they make a lot of money, but anyone that they bring to whatever offer they have usually struggles. And that's where this is a scam comes. This is not real. So right now I'm going to bring you into my ChatGPT account. Right now I'm actually working on I think it's week 4 of 0 to 90 to $11,000 a month in 90 days. All kind of doing things that my people can duplicate. I'm doing a little bit of editing, but I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible so you can duplicate it. I don't want to give you this crazy video edit, crazy AI creation thing that you're going to get in here and be like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. It's so many different softwares. So I try to keep everything simple. So before I went through this, I said, hey, it's great. Then let me just make a video and show people how you can literally, like, I overflowed all my thoughts into AI, and literally this is what it came out with. So we're going to start exactly where I was at, and we're just going to read so you can kind of understand how are you going to get people. And really the main thing is you got to stop the scroll. You got to pick what platforms that you like the most, and you can just work those, at least 2 platforms. I do them all, but at least 2 platforms. And you got to know who your audience is. Who are you going to be speaking to? And the best person I think you should speak to is you. If you're in finance, probably want to talk to higher up execs, the assistant managers for this big company, the ones doing all these different, the analytical minded people, the ones who want to feel safe with someone. That's the thing. Every time a person starts a digital marketing business, their knowledge isn't the only thing that matters. You can be a complete newbie, but if you're a guy who has some pull in their industry, in their day-to-day, and your peers see that as authority, they're gonna follow you just because you're done. Just because you're a guy that makes six figure in your daily life, I'll follow you, because this guy wouldn't just throw his life away for a scam, right? Because this guy wouldn't just do any old thing. So talk to your own audience. If you're a warehouse worker, talk to other blue collar registered nurse, people really hustling and grinding for those big checks and are exhausted. Those are the main things. So we're gonna come in and look at a little bit of what I was looking at and where I was going with it. So actually, let's just go to step 1. Where are we at? All right, fix the hook. This is 80% of the game. Explain, education, convince should not be in the hook. Hook is the scroll stopping part of it. So I'm just gonna simply breeze through this. So you got the silent realization hooks. Like, this is why most side hustles feel fake. Nobody explains this part of digital marketing. So what I usually do when I'm looking at what AI is telling me is I just put it into what I'm already thinking, put it into my own experience. If you're brand new, once you find out who you're speaking to, you can kind of put your research, because you are that person. What are you going through? And you'll figure out more what hooks will stop the scroll. Anti-hype hooks. If you need motivation to do this, skip it. I don't like that because it's not so clear. It's not clear. So I would say something like, if you need motivation to start your own business, skip this. you know, I would put more clarity into it. Clarity is the biggest thing a lot of people miss out on. This isn't a dream life business. You know, sometimes AI is kind of doesn't pass checks for me, but I don't hype this. I test it. You know, those are kind of out of context. Logic hooks, one income covering everything is risky. That's one thing I came into fruition with today. Is that's a big point. A lot of people are using 1 or 2 incomes to cover 25 bills plus. And that's the biggest thing why you want to get to the money in a more relaxing way, in a quicker way. So for example, if I'm selling a product, which I am, that costs say $35 a month, but it profits me $28 a month, I can get to say $500 a day fairly quicker. It's just 500 divided by 28, right? Whether I leave the house, one video can profit me that, one post can profit me that. So it's not like a guaranteed like, hey, if I post you're gonna make money. But I think that what if that space for opportunity is just so much better than having to go get another job or work more hours. So that's a big transition. That's a big thing in digital marketing itself that I want to push more. The flow. So one thing we're working on is hook, maybe providing you guys with a line that flows you into the meat and potatoes. So with scripts, I've been making scripts and I'm just like, some of them they seem too robotic. Sometimes if you just can't think, just do it. But I think what I'm going to start doing is hook, one sentence for you to kind of get familiar, and then you kind of go tell your story, you go tell your thing in your own words. So we're going to be having an outline for you, and this is some stuff that you probably don't see in the school academy as well. So the flow line, this stops the 7-second drop. You know, a lot of people fall off after 7 seconds. Stay, I'm not wasting your time. This is the line that says, stay, I'm not wasting your time. Let me explain this quick. That's a good one. Let me explain this quick. So you say your hook and then, hey, let me explain this really quick. I know you have somewhere to be. Here's the part people miss. This took me a minute to understand. This buys you another 15 seconds. So another thing we can do is take this and say, hey, I want to enhance these a little bit more. They're a little they need a little more clarity to them. So that's AI is super good when you can get your knowledge, get your feet wet, and you'll just start adding on their output, because they're not going to always output everything perfectly. Step 3, taking bullets. Talking bullets, not scripted. So yeah, this is where I say I wanted to pretty much make it to where instead of me giving you a whole script, I'm just going to give you some bullet points on what to say. So you only need 2 to 3 points. You already know, then give your members bullets like this. So touch on one of these. So here's some examples. You're not selling products, you're setting people up with tools. It's a second stream, not a replacement. Posting creates leverage over time. You don't need confidence, just reps. So if I give you these bullet points for this specific hook video, so you know, all right, this is what we're gonna lock in on. So maybe it's not a full robotic script. So you know, like, this is what we're gonna lock on for a few seconds, and then we're gonna pretty much get to closing it out. If you want to see how this starts, you know, information on my bio, I can show you the setup. If you're curious, just comment this word below. Start small, test it, kind of not clear. Then it's gonna show us the hook all together. Nobody explains digital marketing like this. Here's the simple version, and then it's talking points. So you can either pick all of these, or you're not selling a product, or just one and just expound on it a little bit. You get tools, site tracking, posting, etc. And then close. And then, you know, if you want the setup, it's there, or comment this word in the comment section. And that's pretty much the meat and potatoes on starting this side hustle. I know a lot of people just kind of give you videos that are just running around in a circle, in a loop, and they're like, hey, go to my information. But that's actually the meat and potatoes. That's actually a free lesson if you watch this video all the way to the end. And I'm gonna chop it up so it's a little more easy to flow. But I'm mainly in my 4 weeks, I'm mainly doing a lot more working behind the scenes and actually outputting content, which I didn't want to do this, but I just care about the people so much. I want them to, when they come into my 90-day plan and start seeing me, they have a lot of knowledge that they can build on every single week. So we're probably week 4 now. So now it's time for me to ramp it up. Hopefully this is the last tweak to the ad copy part of it. What to say. Hopefully this is the last tweak so I can start going to get the results. Because my results have been slowed, because I'll go post and I'm like, nah, I don't like this. Let me go back and tweak it, and I'll stop outputting content. So for me, for you, it's probably gonna be an easy run, fun, a lot of content to use, a lot of ideas. But for me, it's more of me being a guru I'm not supposed to be right now. So guys, if you want to learn how to launch a digital product without creating one right away, and you want to have a community of like-minded people, you know, actually making money as well, you see, let's refresh. See, there's different people making money all the time, and you want a robust system, not like just a school academy, but a robust system with a system that already has links in your website up and running for you. You don't have to create anything right away with how we had it set up. You can create your own brand and your own websites later with the software. We have a productivity app. We have the website creator. We have premium coaching, financial literacy product that's going to show you what to do when you get the money. So we have it all right here. It's digital worldwide for you guys to get. The market's way open, and you can launch this business for as little as $35 a month. That's the good thing, right? Everyone else get you warmed up and they're like, oh my gosh, it's so much money to get started with this, right? So when you go to the page, you're going to fill out your name and email. You're going to actually test our turnkey system, and then it's going to take you to the information. Make sure you read through the whole page, watch the videos. At the bottom, you're going to have 2 buttons. One button is going to simulate going all in, meaning getting all the products. So read fine print, because it's going to connect you with all the products. It's going to put you on the trial for our other product as well. So maybe you don't want that right away. The second button lets you pretty much pick an ad. So you can pick the Let's Go app, and then when you get to the cart, it's going to let you add, you know, the products that you want. So add the Let's Go app at least, and add the funnel builder at least. It should be $35 a month from both buttons, but the first button's going to pair all the products together, or at least the first 3 products together. The second button's going to allow you to put them together to fit your needs. Just wanted to throw that in there, guys. So stay tuned and make sure you're already following. I mean, you should already be subscribed to this channel already if you watch this video all the way to the end. And make sure you stay tuned for the next video, or my 5 to 8 reels that I upload a day.